Hey guys, what's going on? So today I want to talk about picks and how they affect tone. So people are, always talking about tone. They usually talk about the amp or the speakers or the guitar. In this case, I've got my Mark 535 on top of some vintage 30s with my ESP Hanneman with active pickups. Oh my God. So, but what a lot of people don't talk about is the smaller things. For example, strings. I've tried every different type of string on the wall. I'm a solid fan of these Diodario NYXLs, which is what I use on all of mine. These things last so long, they sound so good, they never break. I actually have to go in and oil my fretboard in between string changes with a Q-tip because these strings last so long. Also, instrument cables. Most people get decent instrument cables, 20, 30, 40 bucks. But I have tried some high-end instrument cables running into the hundreds of dollars, and if you're really, really into tone, that makes a difference. Whether or not you like the difference is debatable, but it absolutely makes a difference. For example, my Lava Vandenhall cable, that thing is just unreal in terms of clarity compared to your run-of-the-mill cable. Probably wouldn't gig with it, but for recording all day long. Well, which is funny because it's in another location at the moment, so I'm not using it today. But getting back to what we're talking about today, picks. Picks, their shape, their material, make a huge difference on the playing, the sound, the tone, even, how good you are at playing on that day, depending on what it is you're trying to do based on the shape. I've really become a fan of these pointed picks. I've gotten rid of all the typical blunt nose picks, because I don't just drum acoustic chords all day. And these really, to me, have a better attack and a way better feel for playing leads because of the way they move off the strings. I've also really personally moved towards Ultex picks. I do still have one Tortex in here that I like this one, but for the most part, I really, really, really like how the Ultex material feels and sounds. But different picks, they're different tools for different jobs, and it's important to understand, what they're for. I suggest you go out and get a bunch of picks, put them on your amp, play some stuff, play some rhythms, play some leads, and go do this pick, this pick, this pick, and see how it feels to you because it makes a big difference. For example, I ended up with these because this, for example, okay, yes, it is the James Hetfield signature pick, but that's not why I like it. I like it because this thing has really, really heavy rhythm riffing compared to other picks that I've tried. I mean, surprise, what would you expect? And it does, it works. This pick, it's still a Tortex. It's a little bit darker than the Ultex is going to be, but the bevel is a really sharp bevel, so it really grabs the strings and it's really snappy when you're trying to play fast licks and stuff off the strings. Whereas this one is the opposite. This one actually has a very round bevel on it. The whole shape actually is kind of crowned. So this is very jazzy, bluesy. It just slides off the strings and it never sticks to the strings. So, these are kind of polar opposites. Even though they look about the same, the way they move off the strings is totally different. And then just recently I got one of these from a friend, the John Petrucci pick, and once again, I don't like it because it has those initials on it. I like it because this thing works. I mean, so once again, what do you expect? The guys that made these and said, hey, this is my favorite pick, kill it. So, but this thing, this actually has the heaviness, almost the heaviness of this pick, but it's got, the Jazz III shape, so it's super fast when playing leads off the strings like these picks, and I dare say this thing actually has better individual string articulation when you're playing stuff. So it's a really awesome pick. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a heavy rhythm, a lead. I'm just going to go back and forth through the 4 picks, play the exact same thing, and see if you can kind of hear, feel the differences in some of these sounds, because there absolutely is. So this is something that, in your tonal journey, I highly recommend that, you explore and find out what works best for you. So anyway, check it out and weigh in. All right, thanks guys.